If you've been holding yourself together all day, quietly, without letting anyone see, this moment is for you. You didn't do anything wrong. You've just been carrying more than most people notice. Not everyone can see that effort. From the outside, it may have looked like a normal day, but inside you were managing thoughts, feelings, and responsibilities quietly. Moment after moment. If you're here right now, it's probably because everything finally felt like too much to hold inside. Not answers, not solutions, just a place where you don't have to keep everything perfectly balanced. This message is for the part of you that stayed strong without applause, for the part that didn't fall apart because there wasn't time to. You don't need to change anything yet. Just stay with these words for a moment longer. You don't have to explain yourself here. It makes sense if you feel worn down right now. Even if the day looked ordinary, even if nothing big happened. Holding yourself together takes energy. Choosing your words carefully, staying patient, pushing through moments when you wanted to withdraw or rest. You're not overreacting. You're responding to pressure that's been quietly building. And there's no shame in that. You don't have to justify why you're tired. You don't have to compare your day to anyone else's. Your experience counts because it's yours. Here, you're allowed to feel exactly how you feel. No fixing, no explaining, no pretending to be okay if you're not. This is a safe place to acknowledge the weight without judging yourself for carrying it. Nothing is being asked of you. You're not expected to improve or feel better yet. Just notice that you're here, and that's enough for now. There's a kind of weight that doesn't show on the outside. It's the weight of being responsible, of staying aware of everyone else's needs, of thinking ahead, adjusting yourself, and staying composed. You may have been carrying conversations in your mind long after they ended, replaying moments, choosing restraint instead of honesty because it felt safer, holding back reactions so the day could keep moving. Sometimes the weight comes from being the steady one, the reliable one, the one others lean on without realizing how much you're already holding. You may not have had space to soften today, no place where you could fully exhale. So your body stayed alert, your emotions stayed organized, your thoughts stayed busy. That takes effort, real effort. And when that effort goes unseen, it can feel lonely, like you're carrying something no one thinks to ask about. If you're feeling that right now, you're not imagining it. This part of the day matters too, and it deserves to be acknowledged before anything else can shift. Stay with this moment a little longer. There's more understanding ahead. When you hold yourself together for too long, your body notices. Even if your mind keeps going, the shoulders stay lifted, the jaw stays tight, breathing becomes shallow without you realizing it. You may feel tired in a way that rest alone doesn't always fix. Because this kind of fatigue isn't just physical. It comes from staying regulated, from monitoring yourself, from not letting things spill. Sometimes emotions don't disappear. They just go quiet. They wait in the background while you handle what's in front of you. And later, when the day finally slows down, everything you held back can make itself known. A heaviness, a numbness, or a sense of being strangely empty. None of this means something is wrong with you. It means you adapted. You did what was needed to get through. But adaptation has a cost. And acknowledging that cost isn't weakness. It's awareness. You don't need to solve this feeling right now. Just notice it, not to analyze it, not to fix it, only to recognize that what you carried today was real. We're not finished yet. there's another layer that deserves your attention. If part of you has been quietly judging yourself for feeling this tired, you're not alone. Many people mistake endurance for effortlessness. They assume that if you managed, it must not have been that hard. But feeling the weight doesn't mean you failed. It means you cared. It means you stayed present. It means you kept going even when it required restraint. Sensitivity is not fragility. It's awareness. It's noticing what others overlook. It's responding thoughtfully instead of reacting automatically. You didn't struggle because you're weak. You felt strain because you were carrying responsibility with intention. And that takes strength most people never see. There is nothing wrong with needing a pause after being composed for so long. There is nothing shameful about wanting the pressure to ease. Right now, you don't need to push yourself to feel grateful, positive, or strong. You've already done enough today. Stay with these words a little longer. Understanding always comes before relief, and there's still space ahead for something gentler to unfold. Right now, there's nothing you need to prove, no role you need to hold, no version of yourself you need to maintain. You don't have to sound calm. You don't have to think clearly. You don't have to keep everything organized inside. This moment isn't asking for your best self. It's simply offering you a place to rest from being on. If you've spent the day adjusting yourself for others, you can stop adjusting here. If you've been choosing the right tone, the right timing, the right response, you can let that effort soften. You're allowed to be unfinished in this space. You're allowed to be quiet. You're allowed to feel without labeling the feeling. Nothing will fall apart if you stop holding everything so tightly for a few minutes. You are not being measured here. You are not being evaluated. Just staying present is enough. Let these words carry some of the weight for you now. There's no rush to move forward. Stay with me a little longer. The next part brings a different kind of reassurance. There are moments when support doesn't arrive as answers or changes. Sometimes it arrives as quiet presence. If you're someone who believes in a deeper source of care, you don't have to reach for it right now. You don't have to pray the right way. You don't have to find the right words. You can simply allow the idea that you are not unseen in this moment, that the effort you've made today didn't go unnoticed, even the parts no one else witnessed. Some people imagine protection as something active and loud, but often it's gentle, it's steady, it's the sense that you are being held without needing to be fixed. If it brings you comfort, you might picture a calm presence near you, not directing, not correcting, just steady and reassuring. You don't need to believe anything specific for this to help. You only need to let yourself be supported for a breath or two. You're allowed to receive without earning it. You're allowed to rest inside that thought. Stay with this feeling a moment longer. We're beginning to slow things down now. As you stay here, you might notice the pace inside you starting to change. Not dramatically, just slightly. Nothing is being solved. Nothing is being decided. And that's okay. This part of the message isn't about letting go all at once. It's about easing the grip a little, letting your shoulders lower by a fraction, letting your breath find its own rhythm again. You don't have to replay the day right now. You don't have to prepare for tomorrow. Those things can wait. For this moment, it's enough to be here, to let the noise soften without forcing silence, to allow yourself to pause without guilt. If your mind wanders, that's fine. Just gently come back to the sound of these words. There's nothing else you need to do. Stay a little longer. The final part is where the weight begins to settle. You've carried enough for today, even if no one said thank you, even if it felt expected. Right now, you don't have to keep holding everything in place. The day is allowed to be done. You are allowed to be done. Whatever you couldn't finish can wait. Whatever you couldn't fix doesn't need you tonight. You've already given what you had. If it feels right, imagine setting the weight down beside you, not throwing it away, just resting from it, knowing you can pick it up again if you need to. You don't need to stay alert anymore. You don't need to stay strong. You don't need to hold yourself together. Let your body know it's safe to soften now. Let your thoughts slow without direction. Let this moment be gentle. You did enough today, and for now, that is more than enough. If you want, you can stay here in this quiet a little longer.